set this off. All right, can you please turn to Matthew 21?
I'm on 21.
Alright.
Come here.
Alright, so how many of you guys ever felt dead, like on the inside? It's like a place, it's strange. It feels like nobody's there for you. Nobody's there to be with you. It's like you feel all alone. Has anybody ever felt like that? Yeah? Damien, how does it feel? It sucks? Anybody else felt like that before? Eli, how does it feel? Like crap? You feel dead? You know, you just can't, there's no emotions in there? Alright, so turn to verse 18. Alright, and it says, early in the morning, as he was on his way back to the city, he was hungry. Seeing a fig tree by the road, he went up to it, but found nothing on it except leaves. Then he said to it, "May you never bear fruit again." Immediately the tree withered. Alright, so Jesus is here, he's walking back and he's getting all hungry, he got some munchies, he sees a fig tree right there posted up. And he goes to the fig tree and he goes and there's no figs on it, there's no fruit, it's not producing anything. And so you guys saying, okay, what's the big deal? Sometimes I go see trees, you know, they not have any fruit, whatever, you know? Okay, well about this fig tree, back in the day, it was really, really valuable. And back in the day, if you cut down this tree, the law says that you are deserving of the death of God's hand. So when you die, and it's by God's hand, you deserved it. You deserve everything of it just for cutting down this tree. It's like killing somebody basically, and it's just a tree, doesn't even live. And then another thing was that this tree produced fruit for 10 months. All right, so there's 12 months in a year. So in 2 months. There's that time period where it didn't produce trees. Okay, so you guys are probably like, well, maybe he was in that time period where it didn't produce trees in that 2 months. Well, he wasn't, because it says that before the fruit appeared, there was leaves. All right, so the leaves came after. And then the passage it says that there was only leaves. So Jesus quickly assumes that there was nothing there. It never produced fruit. And now there's just leaves. So that's when he says to it, "May you never produce fruit again, will bear fruit again," and immediately that's when it withered. Alright, so since this fruit did not bear trees, God cursed it. What does that mean for you? Does it mean death? Is your life bearing fruit? Would God curse you? Is it like, okay, so what was this tree's only job to do? Produce fruit. That's all it had to do, right? Alright. So we are like that tree. We are like that fig tree. Our one purpose in life is to produce fruit. And by fruit, what do they mean? Spiritual fruit. Lives. Alright. So God brings us down here and we have one purpose. We only have one thing to do. All we have to do is produce fruit. That's all we have to do. That's all he's asking. Is that so hard? And many people here do not even do that. Many people here do not produce the fruit that they need to produce. They go around and get their lives caught up into other things. Drugs, sex, partying, all that stuff. And all you gotta do is do that one thing. All God is asking you to do is produce fruit. That's it. That one little thing that you have to do your whole life. Instead you spend it on wasting your time, on making other people, their lives not happy, on being dead inside. And that's all you had to do. And that's your one job. And most of you here have failed. Some of you haven't. And you're still producing fruit. But some of you get caught up into these worldly things. Into the parties that your friends want you to go to. And even if you say you don't get caught up into parties, say you don't drink, you don't do drugs, you don't do any of that. Oh, you're a good person then, right? No, you're a hypocrite. If you're a hypocrite Christian, then you're not producing fruit either. Then he's talking to you too. And sooner or later, you're going to wither and die. You're going to know, all you had to do is do that one thing. Produce spiritual fruit. That's all you had to do. And you're not even doing that. You're not worth living then. Why did God create you then? What is your purpose in life here then? Might as well die if you're not going to do what he wants you to do. smell good. You're not helping your best friend. Your best friend's going to hell. All you got to do is open your mouth. All you got to do is say some words. Say, Jesus is real. He'll help you. He'll take you away from your pain, your sorrow. Every time you cry at night, thinking you can't go any other way, He'll take you away from that. And instead, you guys keep your mouth shut. And you don't say a word. And what happens? It can be the next day they die, and they go to hell. And all you had to do was say those couple words. Was that so hard? And so that's basically your purpose here. That's what you're trying to do. Instead, and maybe you're like, oh, well, it's my fault, you know? Because when you grow up and you have children, they become like maybe some of your mother and fathers, where they're doing drugs and not thinking about you, where they're drinking. Did they follow their purpose? No, they didn't follow their purpose in life. And look what happened. They blame you. They sometimes beat you for their alcohol problems, their meth problems. And you get it. You get it on you. And then you feel sorry. You feel sorrow. You feel like, God, why did you choose me? That could be you. You could be those parents. Maybe all I do is smoke weed, or maybe all I do is drink a little bit. I'm not doing anything bad. It's not hurting anybody, right? And then what does it lead to? It leads to meth, addiction, drinking. And then it leads to either violence. You start hitting, for guys, you start hitting your wife. You're high. You don't know what you're doing. And then you have a kid, and then maybe you guys, then their parents get divorced, and then maybe somebody gets raped from all the things that they didn't do, their purpose in life. And then the mother looks at that kid and says, I was raped and you came out, so I'm gonna blame you. And all that comes back to you didn't follow your purpose in life. That one thing, that one little thing that you had to do. It's not hard, is it? No, not at all. And then it withered, it died. And so now, that we are those trees. But see, what Jesus didn't do is He didn't explain this to His disciples. He didn't tell them that if you don't produce fruit, I will curse you and you will wither and die. He didn't tell them that. Instead, He went off that. And he went off their question that they asked when they said, how did the fig tree wither and die? It withered so quickly. And then that's when Jesus gives a lesson of faith. On verse 21, Jesus replied, I tell you the truth. If you have faith and do not doubt, not only can you do what you have done to the fig tree, but also you can say to this mountain, go throw yourself into the sea and it will be done. Alright. Okay, so you're not going to go up there right now and go outside and say, hey, mountain, I have faith, go throw yourself into the sea, because Jesus said it will do that. Right? That's retarded, right, Nina? So, okay. So what Jesus is saying is he really saying, okay, well, physically the mountain's going to go move and it's going to go jump the sea. Is he really saying that? No, the answer goes into 22. If you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer. Okay, so he's saying that, so if he's saying that if you have enough faith, you will be able to move the mountains. Alright, so how many of you guys have crap in your life? Problems. Should be everywhere. I don't know anybody's perfect, you know? Alright. So do you think that if you have enough faith to move those mountains, those problems will stand a chance against you? No, of course not. Alright, so you say you have all that faith, you have that true faith, that true belief, that when you believe, that all that crap will get out of your life. So what he's saying in 22 is that you have to have faith. For one, you have to believe, and that's in prayer.